and welcome back to the channel where learning English is easy, relaxed, and fun. I'm Anna.
Hi, Anna, and hello to all of our amazing listeners around the world. I'm MrB, and we are so happy you are here with us today on Podcast by MrB. How are you doing today, Anna?
I am doing fantastic, Mr. B. The weather is beautiful today, the sun is shining, and I am feeling very excited. How are you?
I am doing great, but why are you so excited today?
I am excited because of our topic. Today we have a very big, very important topic for everyone learning English. Today we are talking about how to train your brain.
Wow, train your brain? That sounds like going to the gym.
Yes, it is exactly like going to the gym, but for your mind. We are going to teach our listeners how to train their brains to think in English.
Ah, I love this topic. Thinking in English is the ultimate goal for every student. But tell me, Anna, is it difficult to train your brain?
No, it is not difficult at all. It is actually very easy, and it can be a lot of fun. We have 3 simple tips to share today.
That sounds perfect. But before we begin, everyone, we have a small request. If you enjoy this podcast and want to improve your English, please click the like button.
Yes, click that little thumbs up button, and please subscribe to Podcast by MrB. Subscribing helps us make more easy English episodes for you every single week.
All right, I am ready. My brain is ready. Let's start. When a beginner student tries to speak English, what usually happens in their mind?
Well, when most students speak English, they think in their first language. For example, if your first language is Spanish or Japanese, you think of the word in Spanish or Japanese first.
Yes, and then you try to translate that word in your head.
Exactly. You translate the word and then you speak the English word.
I understand why students do this. It feels safe, but it is very, very slow.
It is too slow. When you translate, your brain is doing double the work. It is exhausting. By the time you translate the sentence, the conversation has already moved on.
Right. Our goal on this podcast is to help you speak English naturally. And to do that, you must stop translating. You must learn to think directly in English.
Yes, no translating, just pure English. It makes your speaking so much faster.
Okay, Anna, I want to do this. Our listeners want to do this. How do we start? What is tip number 1?
Tip number 1 is to start very, very small. You need to think in small English sentences.
Small sentences? What do you mean?
Well, a lot of students try to think of big, complicated thoughts. Don't do that. Keep it simple. Look around you right now. Mr. B, what is on your desk?
I have a coffee cup.
Perfect. In your head, do not just think the word cup. Think a full, small sentence. Think to yourself, this is my cup, or my coffee is hot.
Ah, I see. This is my cup. That is a very small sentence, but it trains my brain to put English words together naturally.
Exactly. You can do this all day. When you wake up in the morning, open your eyes and think, I am awake.
I am awake. Or maybe, I am hungry. I want breakfast.
Yes, you walk to the kitchen. You open the fridge. Think to yourself, I am opening the fridge.
This is brilliant. I can do this when I am brushing my teeth, too. I can look in the mirror and think, the water is cold. I am brushing my teeth.
Exactly. You are connecting the English words directly to your real life. You are not connecting English to your native language. You are connecting it to your actions.
This is so powerful. If I am waiting for the bus, I can look out the window and think, I see a red car. The sky is blue. A man is walking.
Yes, you are doing it perfectly, Mr. B. It feels a little strange at first, but it works. You do this for 5 minutes a day, and suddenly your brain starts doing it automatically.
Okay, I love tip number 1. Think in small sentences all day long. What is tip number 2?
Tip number 2 is all about input.
Input? What is input?
Input is the English that goes into your brain. It goes into your ears when you listen and into your eyes when you read or watch.
Ah, so this podcast is input.
Yes, this podcast is excellent input. When you listen to easy English conversations, your brain starts to hear the patterns.
The patterns. You mean the grammar.
Yes, but without studying boring grammar books. You hear the rhythm, you hear the music of the language. When you listen to us say, I am, you are, he has, over and over, your brain remembers the pattern naturally.
The music of English. I love that phrase. So, listening gives my brain food. What kind of input is the best?
The best input is something you actually enjoy. Learning must be fun. If it is not fun, you will quit. So find simple English songs that you love.
Music is great input. Pop songs are very good because they repeat the same words again and again.
Exactly. You sing along and you don't even realize you're learning. And besides listening, you must also watch things in English.
Watching videos. But Anna, sometimes movies are too fast. The actors speak so quickly and I get completely lost.
You are right. Big Hollywood movies can be too difficult for beginners. That is why you need to find YouTube videos about topics you already love. Mr. B, what are your hobbies? What do you like to do?
Well, I work in IT, so I love computers, and I also really enjoy cooking for my family.
Perfect. So do not watch the news, watch a simple cooking video in English.
Ah, I see. Because I already know how to cook, the context helps me understand the words.
Yes, the chef says, I cut the tomato, and you watch them cut the tomato. You connect the action to the English word instantly.
That is incredibly smart. If I am watching a video about building a computer, the person says, I plug in the cable, and I see them holding a cable. I don't need a dictionary. My brain figures it out.
Exactly. Because you love technology or cooking, the video is not boring. Your brain is happy, and a happy brain learns so much faster.
Okay, so tip number 2 is input. Listen to easy podcasts like Podcast by MrB and watch simple videos about your hobbies like cooking or sports.
And tip number 3 is the opposite of input. Tip number 3 is output.
Output. So if input is English going into my brain, output must be English coming out of my mouth.
Yes, Mr. B, output is speaking.
But Anna, this is the biggest problem for my students. They always say, Mr. B, I want to speak, but I am alone. I don't have an English partner. Who can I talk to?
That is a very common problem. But I have a secret. You do not need a partner to practice output. You can speak to yourself.
Speak to myself? Like a crazy person?
You won't look crazy if you do it in private. Speak to yourself in your bedroom, in your car, or even in the shower. The shower is actually a great place to practice speaking English.
Okay, but what do I say? If I am alone in my room, what do I talk about?
You describe your world out loud. Your ears need to hear your own voice speaking English. Try it right now, Mr. B. Describe the studio we are in.
Okay, I will speak out loud. This is my podcast studio. I am sitting in a chair. The chair is black. I see a laptop. The screen is bright.
Keep going.
I have a microphone. I am talking to Anna. Anna is smiling. Wow, you are right. That feels completely different than just thinking it.
Yes. How does your brain feel right now?
It feels like it is working hard. It is searching for the words, but because I am describing what I see, I am not translating. I see the microphone, I say the word microphone.
You are building direct connections in your brain. This is exactly how you train yourself to speak faster. You can do this at night before you go to sleep, too. You can talk out loud about your day.
Like a diary, but speaking instead of writing?
Yes, lie in bed and say out loud, today was a good day. I went to work, I ate a delicious sandwich for lunch, I watched a funny video.
This is such a great habit. It doesn't cost any money, and you can do it anywhere. And for our listeners, another great thing to talk about is your future. I talk to myself about my vision for 2026.
Oh, I like that. How do you do that?
I say out loud, in 2026, my podcast will grow. I will help thousands of students speak English. I am working hard every day. Speaking your goals in English makes them feel powerful.
That is beautiful, Mr. B. So you don't need a partner, you just need your own voice.
Okay, let's review these 3 amazing tips for our listeners.
Tip number 1, think in small sentences all day long. I am walking. My coffee is hot.
Tip number 2, input. Listen to easy podcasts like Podcast by MrB and watch simple videos about your hobbies like cooking or sports.
And tip number 3 is output. Speak out loud to yourself. Describe your room, talk about your day, or talk about your future goals.
Anna, this is fantastic advice, but I have one final question. Will this make me fluent by tomorrow? Will my brain change overnight?
No, Mr. B. It will not happen overnight. Learning a language is a slow process, and that is completely okay. You must be patient.
Patience is so important. We always tell our students, you do not need to study for 3 hours a day.
No, 3 hours is too much. You will get tired and quit. Just do this for 10 or 15 minutes every single day. Small steps every day create big results.
Small steps. I love that. And what happens when I make a mistake? What if I am talking to myself and I say, I is happy, instead of I am happy?
Mistakes are wonderful. Mistakes mean that you are trying. They mean that you are learning. When you realize you made a mistake, you just smile, say, oops, I am happy, and you try again.
Don't be afraid to be wrong. And most importantly, have fun with it.
Yes, if it isn't fun, it isn't working.
Well, my English brain feels stronger already just from having this conversation with you, Anna.
My brain is happy too. Thank you for the great examples today, Mr. B.
Thank you, Anna. And to all of our amazing listeners, we hope these 3 tips help you stop translating and start thinking directly in English.
Yes, but before we say goodbye, we have a challenge for you today. We want you to practice your output right now in the comments.
That's right. Go to the comments section below this video and tell us, what is your favorite way to get English input? Do you like listening to pop music? Do you watch cooking videos? Do you watch sports?
Write your answers in the comments in English. We read every single comment and we love to see you practicing.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this episode with a friend who is also learning English.
Keep practicing, keep having fun, and we will see you in the next episode of Podcast by Mr. B.
Keep moving toward your vision. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.